So this is the dock that a lot of people have a tendency of struggling with. Now, I've gotten a few requests from a few different places, and it's the backing up into a space right next to a wall at the very end, and you don't have too much room. You got enough. It's actually quite a lot of room, but this throws people off a lot. The first thing you definitely need to do is just get your axles all the way to the rear. Okay, but if you're not going to do that, that's fine too. What my suggestion is, okay, is take the distance from the center of the axles to the very back. All right, so whatever that is, I don't know, 10 feet, 12, 15 feet. Okay, and picture it here. So basically, and then and then imagine that there's an object right here. Okay, and put it here. Again, you guys got to imagine it. It'll prevent you from hitting. It will prevent you from going too close to this guy. Because if you end up aiming here, you just end up the swing will end up hitting the wall, and then if you start jackknifing too much, then the side of the trailer will hit this trailer. Okay, so my goal, you'll see in a second. All right, so let's go ahead and get ourselves set up. Let me go a little faster here. Okay. All right, I like that setup, and I'm gonna get my steers pointing straight, and it's gonna put me into a jackknife. Yeah, that's fine. But I'm gonna start chasing it pretty quickly. I just want to do a little, yeah. I don't want to. I just don't want to be aiming towards here. Okay. Now, as you can see by this red line here, I'm getting close. It's getting closer and closer. I just don't want it too close. All right. Okay, we can start going in a little bit more. Now, the more this trailer starts getting more parallel with the wall, the closer we can start aiming towards. Okay, we can probably do a little harder jackknife here, but nothing too much. All right. Again, it's a bit of a balancing act. This here kind of looks like we're going to hit the wall, but as you can see, we're not. And having a line, if this line was extended, life would be so much easier because what you could do is line up the very back of the trailer and bring it down to the ground, and you can kind of tell that you're not going to hit anything on the far side because of that. All right, so we have a pretty good jackknife going on. When you have this much of an angle, the back starts to pivot. So this is the pivoting point. All right, so I'm going to start chasing now, but I'll probably go back to a slight jackknife. We'll see. We'll see. So right now I would be looking at this point here and still matching it up to the line. All right, go to a little more jackknife because it's going too far to the right. There we go. All right, so we're in. This is definitely by the time the back of the trailer gets to this point, this is roughly where you want to be. You don't want to be at like a 45-degree angle here. You want to be as close to 90 as possible. All right, so we're going to try shorten up in the shortest distance, and that's fine. Okay, now we have a little bit of room to pull forward, so I'm going to turn to the right. All right, and there we go, and just guide it in. All right, so now we're going to do it with the axles all the way to the rear, and we're going to see how easy that is. It's just do that. You got to trust me in that one. So we do got to take it a little bit wider, but this time we definitely don't have to worry too much about the swing. All right, let's start turning in. I'll probably end up doing this a lot faster as well because we don't have to worry about the swing. I'm going to use a little bit more room because why not? All right, maybe not that fast, but you know what? As you can see, the faster you go, the smaller the movements you got to make. Okay, whoops. There we go. We can even start jackknifing now. I probably should have jackknifed a little sooner. Yeah, having your axles all the way back definitely helps out with the swing. All right, so this is now if you get to this particular point, as you can see, the trailer is not parallel yet, so it's still going to go towards the wall. All right, and I'm going to do a pull forward, but if I start chasing now, okay. So what we can do here is go off to the left, as you can see, the axles are going this way, and I'm creating more of a jackknife. So now I can jackknife even more, and then start chasing it. Now we'll probably end up doing a pull forward. Probably. Looking good. Looking good. Now I'm not going to pull forward till the trailer's at least parallel. I'm not going to go beyond parallel because I'll end up in the wall over here. Okay, so we're going to stop here. Pull forward. And now chase it in. All right, I find that much easier with the axles all the way to the all the way to the rear. Having no swing in such a tight area definitely definitely helps. Now, again, when you have your axles all the way forward, you can maneuver around an area much easier. It just definitely takes a lot more room when your axle is all the way back when you are turning. So take that into consideration. I want to show you the mistakes that you're definitely going to make when you're a new driver, when you're trying to back up into this particular spot. All right, there we go. Now, is aiming too close to the space, especially like, yeah, this is basically a lot of people do this. This is a huge no-no. All right, because you don't have room to jackknife. Here, let me zoom in more. Sorry, so let's start jackknifing. And then we jackknife hard. Start chasing. You see, because people end up over here. All right, that happens all the time when you start backing up and having your trailer aiming towards where I'm pointing towards right here. All right, how to get out of that? You basically got to start from scratch, nearly scratch. So we go off to the right. My goal is to get my trailer further away from those trailers. There we go. Back to the left again. The truck has to do a lot of work to fix this. All right, that's much better. Never want to be aiming towards the space. Okay, start backing up. Well, see, that's a bit too much, probably too much. I'm probably going to do a pull forward here in a second. Maybe. Yeah, see, I even got too close there. But it's much better. I'm in a better situation where I can fix it. Okay, and then maybe to the left. Okay. And then back to the right again. All right, yeah, because now we're pointing further away from the space. Okay. Now we can jackknife and... All right, so there's lots of mistakes to be made in this situation. Anyway, that's it for the video.